and they have to be made to understand what the importance of it is in the modern day and age as well. So that is something that the Prime Minister really said, and at the start of the meeting, we saw the visuals where all the NDA MPs congratulated the Prime Minister and, lauded his leadership for the excellent win of Bihar. But while he was speaking to the NDA MPs, he has lauded the contribution of Nitish Kumar, saying that Nitish Kumar is one of those tall leaders in the country who are still very, very socialist in nature, at the same time have been able to get that victory that they really got. The Prime Minister, in fact, gave credit to Nitish Kumar for his leadership for the victory of Bihar, said that his leadership was very, very instrumental in the win in Bihar.
Many thanks to you, Payal, for bringing us all those inputs. And as Payal's been taking us through those developments, remember, in some time from now, we can expect the much anticipated discussion on the SIR. And in fact, what the government is calling is going to be a discussion on electoral reforms to be taking place in both houses of the parliament. Let's quickly shift focus over to some breaking inputs coming in from Karnataka. The Karnataka Legislative Council recruitment scam allegations have surfaced as the session has begun in the state. Congress MLC Nagaraju Yadav to CNN News 18 has stated that 8 candidates directly recruited without following any rules and going against the department norms. This is favoritism and conflict of interest by the chairperson. Allegations coming in now, serious allegations in fact of rule violation and nepotism surfacing regarding the direct recruitment of 8 candidates to the Karnataka Legislative Council Secretariat. The primary charge, of course, being that these appointments were made without conducting any formal recruitment process. Now, remember, that's not the first time such charges are coming in. Let's quickly go across to Harish Upadhyay, who brings us more input. So, Harish, what is the basis of these allegations now being heard?
Well, the argument by this Congress MLC is that there is a very clear-cut diktat sent out by the Finance Department not to directly hire anybody for D group level work or, for example, drivers or first grade clerks or assistants. And this has to be outsourced just to ensure that the burden reduces on the government in terms of pension and various other benefits. This is a norm across various departments. The MLC says that one, that norm has been violated. Second, he says nearly 30 people were directed, taken in from the Karnataka Examination Authority after due process was followed. But in case of 8 candidates that is listed, which he claims are people close to the chairman, Mr. Horatti of the Legislative Council, these people have been directly recruited without any interview or examination or without giving a call for allowing candidates to apply. This, he says, has been done because most of these people are close to the chairman or people close to him or his relatives. And he's saying this is not just direct conflict of interest, but also a clear-cut case of favoritism. He sought documents. He's also said, if given an opportunity, he will debate this on the floor of the House if the chairman permits.
What is the status of Horatti? Because reports now indicating that there's also a no-trust buzz and he's already left Belgavi in a huff. If you can take us through the latest you're learning about his status.
Well, it's a showdown of sorts, Akanksha. Remember, Baturaj Horatti is not a Congress candidate. And now the Congress enjoys a slight majority in the upper house of the Karnataka legislature. And traditionally, we've seen the party that enjoys the majority having its chairman in the upper house. And the Congress hasn't done that for quite some time. It's allowed Baturaj Horatti, who is the previous government's choice, to continue because initially the Congress did not have enough majority and the JDS and the BJP had come together. Now that the Congress has majority, perhaps many within the Congress party believe that with such serious charges coming to the fore, Baturaj Horatti might be pushed to resign or step aside, or the government will have to eventually take a call on replacing him, going in for election and having its own candidate becoming the chairman.
All right. Stay with me, Harish. We'll, in fact, come back to you for more inputs on our next breaking input that's coming in from Karnataka itself. The state is again witnessing a renewed political clash over Tipu Jayanti. Congress MLA Vijayananda Kashapanavar has demanded the state-sponsored celebration of Tipu Sultan's birth anniversary to be resumed and plans to raise the issue in the Legislative Assembly. The demand has drawn a strong reaction coming in from the Bharatiya Janata Party. Senior leader C.T. Ravi has warned of a mass public protest if the government proceeds and accuses Congress Party of raising divisive issues to distract from administrative failures is what they're calling in. We'll quickly take that forward with Harish. But before that, let's also listen into some voices.
Sir, what's the, if I may ask, what's the demand or the reason behind this, sir? Because it was started by Siddaramaiah ji when he was Siddha.
From our government, last government, from 2013 to 18, our Congress government has started the Tipu Jayanti. So they have, next government, 18 to 23, the BJP government was in the state.
Yes.
They stopped it, no?
Yes.
They stopped it. They're saying that he is not a freedom fighter at all.
Yes.
So he is the freedom fighter of the history. As you know, Dr. Baba Sahib Ambedkar has mentioned in our constituency, our constitution. Okay. When his history is there in our constitution, how can you say that he was not a freedom fighter? He was a freedom fighter. What's wrong in doing his birth anniversary?
Yeah. Sorry, but we've also seen a lot of opposition from BJP. I think C.T. Ravi has already spoken saying we'll agitate and protest if the government accepts Mr. Kashyap's demand.
Yeah, of course. See, there are so many people who they wish, who they are for Tipu. They are against Tipu. The only agenda of BJP is on communal issues. They are politicizing. Okay. So we don't. Why you should care for that? It's our wish, our government's wish. He is in the history. We are not creating anybody.
ನೋಡಿ, ಮತಾಂಧತೆಯ ವೈಭವೀಕರಣ ಮಾಡುವ ಮನಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇರೋರು ಮಾತ್ರ ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ. ಟಿಪ್ಪು ನಿಜ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಚಿದಾನಂದ ಮೂರ್ತಿಯವರ ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ಓದಿ ಟಿಪ್ಪು ನಿಜ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದೇವಟ್ಟಿ ಪರಂಬುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾರಣ ಹೋಮ, ಕೊಡವರ ಮಾರಣ ಹೋಮಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾರಣ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಟಿಪ್ಪು. ಮೇಲುಕೋಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಯ್ಯಂಗಾರ್ ಕುಟುಂಬವನ್ನ ದೀಪಾವಳಿ ಆಚರಿಸದಂತೆ ನರಮೇಧ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಟಿಪ್ಪು. ಶ್ರೀರಂಗಪಟ್ಟಣದ ಮೂಡಲಬಾಗಿಲ ಆಂಜನೇಯ ದೇವಾಲಯವನ್ನ ಜಾಮಿಯಾ ಮಸೀದಿಯಾಗಿ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಟಿಪ್ಪು. ಕನ್ನಡ ಆಡಳಿತ ಭಾಷೆಯಾಗಿ ಉಳಿತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಸತ್ಯ. ಕನ್ನಡ ದ್ರೋಹಿಗಳು ಮಾತ್ರ ಟಿಪ್ಪುವನ್ನ ವೈಭವೀಕರಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಯಸ್ತಾರೆ.
All right, let's quickly go across to Afreen, who's been tracking that story for us. She's also joining us live on the broadcast. Afreen, we are seeing there's a marked shift in the way the BJP is responding to, say, the renewed celebrations now for Tipu Jayanti. Till last year, we had seen they had been boycotting the celebrations, but this time around, C.T. Ravi has threatened that they'll be taking to the streets and agitating as well.
Well, absolutely, Akansha. We have to remember that this particular celebration of Tipu Jayanti has been a flashpoint between the Congress and the BJP ever since the Siddaramaiah-led government in 2016 started it in Karnataka. They wanted to honor Tipu Sultan as the ruler of Mysore, as the tiger of Mysore who fought against the British. But this did not go down well with the BJP and others in the Kodagu region especially, who hold deep grievances against Tipu Sultan for, committing atrocities against the Kodagu community. The BJP has also highlighted this particular point. They say that Tipu Sultan is not a hero or not a ruler, but a tyrant who has committed many atrocities against the Kodagu community, also against the Christians in Malabar, and also against Hindus. He's responsible for forced conversions, they claim, and also the destruction of temples. Now, this is the reason why the BJP is opposing this particular celebration of the Jayanti in Karnataka.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there. We'll have to quickly bring in Harish also on the discussion. Harish, quickly to draw that contrast in the way both the parties have approached these celebrations, because remember, the Yediyurappa government had scrapped these state-sponsored celebrations. So for the benefit of our viewers, do focus on the contrast.
Well, two aspects to consider here. One, just a year ago or perhaps a couple of years ago, the Congress government itself had said it has no intentions of restarting the Tipu Jayanti as a state celebration. We have to see if the government has a different stance now, one. Second, it adds or it gives ammunition to the BJP, because ever since 2006, remember, that's when the first time this started and there was a riot of sorts in Kodagu. BJP has consistently said that it's appeasement politics by Siddaramaiah government. He's somebody who wants to appease the Muslims in the name of Tipu Sultan, and the Congress will be mindful of the repercussions of this with the local body elections slated sometime early next year, and also perhaps the BBMP election. So we'll have to see if the Congress wants to continue the stance that they've had in the last couple of years, or if they will change it now.
Many thanks to you, Harish and Afreen, for putting that into perspective for us. And that's all I have for you in this broadcast. Thank you so much for watching. News and updates continue with Hemkor Saroya on the other side.
This is
Indigo's operational crisis. It's entered its 8th straight day with large-scale flight cancellations continuing across major Indian airports. After mammoth cancellations over the past few days, the airline claims that its own time performance has upped up to 91% from 75% until yesterday. As of today, over 1,800 flights have been scheduled. The DGCA has received Indigo's response to its show cause, citing minor technical glitches, winter schedule changes, adverse weather congestion, and new crew duty rules as the reasons that they've cited for these disruptions. As per top government sources, Indigo's previously approved winter flight schedule will be curtailed due to the recent chaos. The Indigo CEO has been summoned and will meet DGCA and Civil Aviation Ministry officials at 11 a.m. today. Also, Aviation Minister Rahul Gandhi will speak on the issue in Lok Sabha, but first listen to what he said in the Rajya Sabha yesterday.
Immediately when this was observed, the ministry came into the picture. We have taken over the situation at the airports. We have consulted all the stakeholders, and then you have seen how things have unfolded for those 2 days. Definitely, there was a lot of difficulty that has faced by the passengers, and as a closing statement, also let me tell you that we are not taking this situation easily. We are doing an inquiry, and we will take very, very strict action, not only for this situation, but also as an example. We will set an example for all the airlines. If there is any miscompliance, any non-compliance or non-adherence for any single person, any entity or any organization or any operator functioning in this civil aviation, we will take very, very strict action so that we set an example in the industry.
Now, be that as it may, in a mega exclusive by CNN News 18, an Indigo insider, a whistleblower, also made some big revelations that have exposed the airline point by point. Indigo's response on this revelation is still awaited. Listen to these truth bombs dropped by a former Indigo pilot.
When this November implementation happened because of the Honorable High Court, they started taking flight cancellation on purpose. What Indigo used this FDTL was for their benefit. First, they cancelled all type of contracts, norms, PL's availability, and everything went off. Although having special clearance from DGCA, which no other airline had, they started with
Indigo's operational crisis. It's entered its 8th straight day with large-scale flight cancellations continuing across major Indian airports. After mammoth cancellations over the past few days, the airline claims that its own time performance has upped up to 91% from 75% until yesterday. As of today, over 1,800 flights have been scheduled. The DGCA has received Indigo's response to its show cause, citing minor technical glitches, winter schedule changes, adverse weather congestion, and new crew duty rules as the reasons that they've cited for these disruptions. As per top government sources, Indigo's previously approved winter flight schedule will be curtailed due to the recent chaos. The Indigo CEO has been summoned and will meet DGCA and Civil Aviation Ministry officials at 11 a.m. today. Also, Aviation Minister Rahul Gandhi will speak on the issue in Lok Sabha, but... Welcome back to CNN News 18 with me, Hemkor Saroya, and here's what we're tracking for you at this hour. Hours after 25 killed in a blaze, Goa club owners flee to Phuket. Blue corner notice likely. Goa police sealed 2 properties also linked to Saurabh and Gaurav Luthra. Government mulls bulldozer action. Indigo tells the DGCA that 5 factors triggered the mess. The centre is now expected to cut its winter flights and reallocate slots. NDA leaders felicitate Prime Minister Modi at NDA Parliamentary meeting for historic Bihar win. Rahul Gandhi to lead opposition's offensive in Lok Sabha debate on electoral reforms and the voter roll revamp. Law Minister to counter the charges. Home Minister Amit Shah to lead Vande Mataram debate in Rajya Sabha today. Fireworks expected. After defying the High Court order over lighting lamp in the temple, now DMK moves to impeach judge over this order. With a US delegation in India and trade talks restarting tomorrow, Trump has threatened new tariffs, accusing India of dumping rice in the American market. Now, this